Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. So in this video, I'm going to discuss types of form controls in Power App. So far we discussed how to design the form, how to use the different types of inputs in Power Apps in my previous video. So input controls I discussed. So if I open this application, right? So we selected building a canvas applications from the scratch, from the blank, right? But let's say if you are going to create a data driven applications, so in that case you can use the form controls. But that approach is different. Data driven applications, meaning you are supposed to start from the data, so you should have data first. Okay, so what I will do, I will add the blank screen here, and let me say form controls. Okay, so if I go to the input, again this is type of input. If you go to the input controls, you will see there is something called display form. You will be seeing there is something called edit form. Okay, so display form is going to give you the uh, access to read the data only, meaning it will just show the data, but it will not allow you to edit. But if you select this, you will be able to update the data, meaning basically we are going to perform the by using the edit form, we are going to edit, update the record. Then display form is used to read the record and show, so that is the read operation. If you want to create new, so in edit form we can change the display mode or default mode, so we will see that also. And we will add a button to delete the records also, right? So we will see how this can be done in this video. So entire CRUD operation we are going to do here. Okay, so what I will do, I'll select the first of all, okay, form controls. Let me say form control, and then I will say display only here, so that we are going to show the data only. Okay, then insert, and let me pick the display form. Okay, this is the display form, and I will select the table from the Dataverse. You can select the any table, any connector. It's not about the connector and all. So it will design the form based on your field and its data type, right? So you can see this shows, if you go to the property, this all the fields are showing in the 3 columns. So you can change this to 2, or if you want to show everything vertically, you will be able to change this to 1 only, right? And in front of this, you are able, okay, let me make this little bit bigger, so that all the fields can be, or their respective values can be shown here. Okay, let me select this over the mouse and try to move this. Okay, then even I can change this position. Right, so if I say 1000, so this is too much high. If I say 700, okay, this is sufficient. Right, so let's say I would like to show all the records here for my data set, right? So here you can customize this view. Okay, form viewer, you can do a formatting on your side. So everything based on the data type in the data source, it will select the its types and all. So if you have anything filtered view, you will be able to select the view. So far it's I don't have anything. So it shows fields. Even you will be able to edit the fields, add the fields as you want. Then snap to column. When on, cards are equally divided into the number of columns you set. When off, the card width can be customized size. Okay. So this can you can read even instructions for what purpose that property is available. Even I don't know what is snap to column and all. But yeah, this is related to the column width and field width. Right. Then I said I want to show this form vertically. Then layout, you can see here, even you will be in a position to change the layout. If I say vertical layout or horizontal layout, then formatting, yes, obviously. So let me increase the size little bit more. And if I click this, so here you can see the color for, okay, this is a fill color. So I can fill this color. And this is, let me fill the grayed out form, right? Gray color. And again, if I go down, so border, if you want to add, you can add solid border. It is already there, but I need to enter the value thickness, and then I can select the color for border. So you will be able to see border here, right? Then if I click on this, so this is how you can design accept focus. So what it says, just see whether this field can receive keyboard focus. Okay, not needed at this point. And so you will be seeing this is what the data source, then items. Okay, so far we have not seen what item. You should define what specific item it should show here, right? So you can use anything. I mean, most of the times the form galleries are vertical gallery, horizontal gallery is used, but you can use slicers also. You can use the combi box also. So let me use the combi box here. Okay, so I am saying combi box, but it is actually combo box. Okay, so let me undo a little bit moment. Right, this is what the thing. Then if I play this, okay, I'm not seeing anything. So if I see use the employee ID here, this is the column name. So it should show me the list of employee IDs. Right, it is showing. Now I want this list should be sorted. So I can say sort, then employee personal infos. Then this is the column and sort in, okay, not descending. I would like to say in ascending order, right? So that it should show the list in sorted way, right? Even I can search. So now you need to assign this, meaning this form. Okay, you need to assign the items. This is the data source, but you need to assign the item. If I go to the advanced, here you will be seeing, okay, data source is what something we selected, but we have not defined item, right? So what I will do, I will use the combo box 2. So I will say combo box 2 dot selected, right? Let me try selecting this and whether see this is yes, right? So this is able to, let me play the application. Okay, and okay, so if I change this, okay, the last one, whichever is selected, you will be seeing that only, right? Let me disable. If nothing is selected, it is not going to show any kind of data. If you select this, so you will be in a position to see the data, right? But if you try to edit this data, let's say you may want to edit this data, you will not be able to do. Okay, my bad meaning, see, we are using here display form only. So it is going to show you the data. It is not going to allow you to edit and update or create new record. So that is not possible with the display mode. So let me see if we have something called default. Okay, there is nothing called default mode. So background image and all that is what I don't want. Right. So this is about the form. So most of the scenario you might see the gallery also. So how to use the gallery, even we will see that part. Okay, if I go to the layouts, you will be able to see here it is a vertical gallery. If I select this vertical gallery, it will ask for the data source. You need to select the data source, and then you will be in a position to select the fields. But before that, change the layout, because see, I don't have images, so I can use only title. Even I can use blank or titles, subtitle and body, and even image and title kind of things. If this is for the users, you may keep the image, but if this is for any other type, you can change. Okay, so here you can see first one is employee name. Then I would like to select something else like employee email, and then maybe I will select employee date of birth, right? And right, so this is how the fields we have selected, and still this is not assigned. Okay, so again, meaning that drop down was assigned, combi box was assigned to this form one to show the value. So again, if I go to the items, okay, if I go to the items, so this is showing. Okay, instead of this, if I use the gallery, so my gallery is like gallery one. So gallery one dot selected. And again, if I play the application, you will be seeing this kind of form, meaning this is what first one is selected. You will be able to see all the details about that. All the fields, whatever the fields we have selected here, you are able to see. Then if I make the selection of another one, right? So it will change accordingly, right? So this is how display form can be used, right? Let's say I wants to edit the record. Okay, so I will go and I will select the form control called edit form. Okay, again it will ask me. Okay, not on the same screen, my bad. Okay, I should let me delete this, and I should use the new screen. So let me add the new blank screen. This is like form controls edit, right? And if I add the components, so edit form here, design however you want, you can design it. Okay, this will automatically create the form, and it has picked the three columns. By default it is picking three columns. You can change this to the one. Then you can select the layout called horizontal, okay, instead of vertical, so it will be good. Then adjust the width. Okay, so this is kind of responsive. Automatically all these things are getting changed. Form 2, and you can name this form as you want. You can name this form. I'm keeping this on one side. Okay, so right, so this is what the form. So now here, what you want to edit, you can use combi box, or you can use the gallery also. So we discussed the vertical gallery. Now I will select other type of layout that is called a horizontal gallery. Okay, and then this is what the thing. Okay, and Even this is not okay. This will allow you to scroll, but layout, we need to select something. Okay, title and subtitle overlay. Okay, I'm changing the layout. Right. Okay. So this horizontal gallery is not good choice at this stage because we have a more data. So maybe in case of users pictures if are there, in that case we can use that one also. So if I flexible height gallery, okay, another one, however you want you can use. So here layout, scrolled, and kind of news feeds, these are the things here. Okay, data, I will select this data. Right. Then fields, body 2, in the body 2 it is able to, okay. So I don't have anything called image. These many images are there, this is not good again. So this see, layouts is nothing but it is just giving us a structure. Okay. And blank vertical gallery or horizontal blank. Right. So this is how it can be. So let me try to use the vertical gallery. So this is a good option for us for this formal at least. And let me edit the fields. So sample image. Okay, before that, let me edit the layout. Even I don't need this layout also. 3 parameter I don't need. I need only title and subtitle. Okay. So what I will do, I will simply say this, and then fields. I will say first one is a name. Then I will select email. This is sufficient for me. Okay, to identify the employee. Right. And on top of this, if you want to filter, so you can filter the data. Okay, so let me add the combo box here. Combo box. And you can even, okay, so we can link this, but we are going to link the gallery. Okay, we saw already how to form 2, and this is the gallery. Okay, gallery 4 it shows. Okay, it is fine. Number is just a number. Right. So here, what record we are going to use in form 2. So if I go here to show the items, okay, if I select the item, there is nothing so far. And if I say gallery 4 dot selected, okay, so it will show the details about the employee, then employee ID, then date of birth, with time, employee date of birth. Okay, so these fields are not needed. Duplicate fields are not needed. Employee address, then import sequential number kind of things. So this is the default one, right? So if I play this application, we are able to edit the data here. Okay, for the Kylie, okay, for the Kylie or for the Gina. Okay, so the address is like this. Okay, I may want to change this. Okay, so we selected edit form. You are able to change. Okay, earlier this was not allowing you to select. If you enter the value, okay, it is good. You are able to enter the value, but how you will submit this? So far, we have not added any submit option, right? So okay, to submit this, you need to use. Let me reduce this. Even if I go to the fields, record created, I don't need this. Okay, let me remove this. Even sequential number, I don't need this. Let me remove this. Okay, and let me keep this much only. And I'm going to add the button here. So if I go to the insert and if I select the button, move the button below and edit the text to submit, or since we are going to update, let me say update, whatever the text you will write here, it will be shown on the button. Okay, design, you can explore these options, right? So when this is getting selected, so false is when the value is called false for this property, so it is not going to do anything. But since we are using form control, so now you are in a position to use the submit form and then give the name of form. So let me say form 2. Right, that's it. This is pretty much simple when you use the form controls to update the data, because you need not to specify uh, like key and value pair or in the form of object to submit what input in which column. You need not to define the way we have to define in the patch function. It is not like here, right? So you are good to use the submit form, and you can play this application, right? So I selected Gina here, and let me change this to Bangalore. Okay, let me try to update this. Okay, it is updating. Okay, it got updated. Now, right. So if I come back, you might see this is what I changed, and it is still showing here. No, it got updated in the database. So if I go to the Power Apps once again, I will show that got updated in the table. See, if I go to the tables, so I selected employee personal info, and okay, so there was an employee called Gina. What is the employee number for the Gina? Okay, 033. Show all the rows. It was like preview. So for 33, it address got updated to Bangalore, right? So this is how you can use. Okay. So you may want to use this form. Okay. So for edit form, there are modes. Edit form, there are modes that we call it as a default mode. And see, if I go to here, you can see form dot edit. So if you are using this form to edit the data, if you are using this form to edit the data, you can keep this default mode or form mode to edit. But if you want just to allow view, so this will get converted to the display mode, and the one which we were saw sometime before, display form, is pretty much same. Now this is not allowing you to select the value and update and all, do nothing. You can't do anything with display mode, right? You will not be able to update. If I select this, so display mode. If you want to create a new record, so how you can use? Okay, so I will say, see, this edit is used to update, display is used to view. Then you may want to create the record. So what you can do is you can select the okay, let me select this screen. Okay, I selected a screen, and here I will say form control, edit, and then I will say new mode. Okay, so here again I will say start with the data, because okay, even if you click on the start with the data, it will create a form for you. Let's see. Oh, it created an application with everything. Okay, so this has picked the form and all. Okay, it is fine, meaning this is what we wanted to do. Okay, so let me not to use this one. Let me delete this. It is better to do it from scratch. So let me go to the edit. Sorry, edit form. Let me go to the edit form, select the data source. Okay, the data source is like our Dataverse table. Okay, it is still loading. Design how you want. You can go to the property and change the number of columns to 2. Okay, then let me remove this. Okay, so if you see this is, but here I don't want to assign item to this. Instead of this, if I change this default mode to new. Okay, if this meaning this is what we can use to create a new record, right? And what I will do, I will add the button to submit. Okay, so this is what the button, and we can change this text to add new record. Right, so this is what the button I will use. On select, what he wants to do, so I would like to say submit. Sorry, I should use the submit form, and then form name is like form 4. Okay, so now if I play this application, I will say employee name. This is like test. This is like EMP-0 100. Okay, and date of birth. I'll just select the today's date. Time, let me select 3, and this is fine. Even I'll select the same. Email, like let me select this is what the address. This should come from the source. Okay, I need not to submit that, and I don't want to add any field. Let me try to hit the submit button. Okay, no item to display because we are not going navigating that screen to something else. So it shows this. Okay, so again, if I go to the Power Apps, if I go to the table, I just wanted to see if the record got inserted or not. Okay, it says 41 records. So you are seeing EMP 100 test. This is what number. This is what the records I entered. Even this is what you can see. Date of birth is today's date, and yes, we are able to insert the data. Right. So it's completely depends what kind of form mode you want to use. You can use new. You can use edit. You can use view also uh, to perform or to add the new data. Right. Then see on this button, what see it is going to submit, but let me navigate to the screen. This is called edit form. New. Okay, and even I would like to reset form, this form 4. Once I click this submit button, it should reset the values and it should show the same screen to me again. To do this, what I did, I used the navigation to the same page, and so that it should show the form. It was earlier not showing anything, and reset these fields, meaning whatever the fields I selected, it should reset. Let me save this. Let me play this application. Okay. Okay, when I click on this, okay, any entry, so it was saying earlier this form was not showing, but now it is showing. So now let me add the new record. This is like 111, right? DOB, I will select yesterday's date, dev and example. This, let me say webcharm.com, address, all these things are fine for me. Just I wanted to test whether it is showing this form once again with cleared record. I clicked on yes. It is submitting the data. Even it is resetting all the fields, and it is staying on the same screen. This is what the use of navigation and all. So if I click on this, so you will see last value employee 11111, right? So let me select this. Even okay. So what we did is we saw how to create, right? We saw how to create, but let's say if you want to delete this, so how you can delete the record, right? So let me go back, and in the edit or in the display here, I may want to add the icon to delete the record, right? So what I will do, I'll give the control here. I'll put any icon there on the form for my testing purpose only. Okay. So if I go to the insert, so the way we can insert input controls, similarly icons are there. Okay. Add, and then back arrow. Okay, this is not good, but let's say okay, let me find some the icon to delete. Even we will be able to add the, okay, let me use erase here. This is just icon. Commands are going to matter. Okay. So if I want to, if this is got, if this icon is clicked, what I want to do is I want to say this. Okay. Instead of this item, I would prefer to say what is the gallery. This is the gallery one. Okay, this is the gallery one. So I will say gallery one. Gallery one dot selected dot. Okay. To delete, we need to use the remove function, looks like. Okay. Remove function is there. Then this is the collection. And then item is gallery one dot selected. And remove flags, or remove flag first. Okay. So this might be optional. Okay, let's not to select this. And this is what sufficient, right? So now let me play this application. If I go down, or I'll select the record for myself only. Okay, this is what the newly added record, right? This is what the new one. If I click on this, that record got deleted, but here it is not showing anything, right? Why we know? Because if I click on this, it should show me the next form, and it is not showing the form because we have not given that command. So let me say navigate navigate to the form underscore control display. This is the target. Then I don't want any kind of transition and all. And even after this, okay, I don't want to do anything. Okay, if I play the application, if I click this, see, you are able to see the new item, next item. If I click on this, it is deleting. And again, if I click on this, it is showing me the next item. But okay, so because if I delete the selected item, by default it should go and select. But okay, it is fine. Meaning, if I delete this, again you need to come and select the item from the gallery. Then only it will show. Okay, for example, if I delete the Gina, if I delete the Gina, right? So nothing is selected from the vertical gallery, and here this is showing the only selected item. So if I select this, it will show again. Right? This is how it works. So we discussed how to use the form controls to submit the data from form control. You need not to use the patch function and all. You should use the submit form. Then there is one more function called submit only. So let's see the difference between these two functions, when to use the submit and submit form. So submit form is obviously a preferred method when working with form controls, right? But submit is used without form control. It can be used. So meaning whenever we will use the form controls to edit the data or create a new data, we should use the form submit forms and give the form names. But submit, it is used with usually inside the component to submit. Let's see, there is meaning the normal form. Okay, this kind of form. If I come this kind of form, okay, what it is the error? What is the error? Okay, rating. Okay, this is what I supposed to delete, and then checkbox 2. Instead of this, here it is radio 1. So let me radio 1 dot selected dot value is equal to true and false. Right. So this should be you can add a condition that is different. Instead of this, here we can use the submit, but this is not a straightforward using submit. Like the patch. So I'll discuss submit function separately on in my next video, whenever we will go ahead and create the application with the custom components or custom libraries we will use, or even we can say custom controls. So instead of using the form controls, so if I use the separate text input and all, and that time even we will see. So we will compare patch versus submit in my next video. So I hope this information is good to start with form controls, or start to using the form controls, or start creating applications with the data. So we will see that part also, how to create an application with data, but at least you should know what is gallery and all. So all these points I covered in this video. So in my next video, I will discuss how to create an application with data directly. So that will be pretty much easy, but less customizable. So Canvas application we can customize as we want, but we will see that demo also. So I hope you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day.